Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Ali8 and today I'm showing you guys a video that I thought you would find very cool, and I was excited to give this a go when I found out it would work. This is essentially me playing full retail versions of PlayStation 4 games on the PS Vita, specifically within this video Call of Duty Ghosts. It's very easy to set up. You're going to see me go through the PS4 options and then cut to the PS Vita options. Essentially you're given an 8-digit code which you then enter on your PS Vita via the PlayStation 4 app, and then both devices are connected. You just got to make sure that both devices are logged into the same PSN account, and then essentially what's happening on your PS4 is being streamed to your PS Vita, and your PS Vita is then controlling the PlayStation 4 game, which is insane. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit within this video about how it felt to play a PlayStation 4 game like Call of Duty Ghost on my Vita, how the controls were, and essentially the experience overall. Also, how it works in terms of the internet connection required for both of the devices, and will it work if you're out of your house, and then also which games currently work via the remote play option. So in terms of how it's actually looked, it was essentially a scaled down version of the PlayStation 4 game on the PS Vita screen, and the PlayStation Vita is a nice screen anyway, and the game looked a lot better than it ever could if it was just a straight up PlayStation Vita game. So the ability to stream PS4 looking graphics straight onto a PlayStation Vita screen is pretty phenomenal. In terms of the controls, however, the PlayStation Vita doesn't actually have all of the buttons that a PlayStation 4 controller would have, so they've actually been relocated to the touchpad on the back of the Vita. I'll put an image on screen to show that. So you can't, for example, press down on the analog sticks on the Vita, and you don't have the L2 and the R2 buttons. They're mapped to the back, so it meant if you wanted to sprint, you had to touch the bottom left hand side of the touchpad. It was a little bit awkward. It's fine when you're playing something like Campaign, where, you know, being precise and accurate doesn't matter too much, but it would mean that I wouldn't jump online using the remote play feature and try and play Call of Duty Ghosts on the Vita. The controls just wouldn't be precise enough. But if you're playing something offline, it's okay. You can get around it. It's not a problem. Now, in terms of the games that are compatible with this remote play option, and in terms of the internet connection required to do so, I believe that both of the devices don't need to be connected to the same internet hub. So, for example, your PlayStation 4 can be on at home, and your PS Vita could be at work, connected to a separate internet connection, and as long as both of those internet connections are strong and stable, you can play your PlayStation 4 on your Vita. So it's like a portable PlayStation 4 almost, which is pretty insane if you think about it. Finally, in terms of the games that are compatible, as far as I'm aware, all games work on the PlayStation 4 via remote play to your PS Vita, as long as that game doesn't require you to be using the PlayStation camera, which is used on the PlayStation 4. So as long as that's not a requirement, that game is compatible with your PlayStation Vita. So a pretty crazy video there. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done so, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of this remote play option in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe for all future PlayStation 4 videos, and of course I'll be covering the Xbox One once it's released later this week. So thank you so much for watching, guys. You can check out another video on screen here. I've done a lot of PlayStation 4 videos this week already, so make sure you're checking them out, and I'll see you on my next video.